Well, hello everybody at YouTube. This is Karine's VSG and I'm coming with you at my 76, 77 week update. I will check it for sure. I just weighed in yesterday morning. Now look at the map, or the calendar. 73rd. Yeah, so that was on the 27th, would be 73 weeks. So I am on my 74th week. And just a second, I'm going to block this window a little bit so I don't get such glare. There we go. All right. As you can see, I'm just, it's one of those days. I'm just sitting here. And I didn't do anything with my hair today, so this is my natural curly hair. I don't know where this came from because I've had straight hair my whole life, but this is what it is now since it's been grown back in. All right. So my update is 73 weeks out from surgery, and I'm doing really good. I haven't had cramps in a month, which is amazing, because literally for about every week since I had surgery, I had cramps in my stomach whenever I had to use the toilet or have a bowel movement. If this is too TMI, I'm sorry, but I have not had one of those now for a month. And I can attribute it to only one thing. And that is the CHIP program that I'm on. I talked a little bit about it last week, or last 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, whenever I had my last update. I'll tell you this though, I was 140 for nearly 6 months. 140, 130, well the lowest I got was 139.6. And I hovered anywhere between that and 144. So it just in that range somewhere. Oh, my bangs look terrible. Okay, so let's do it this way. Okay, I don't like my bangs, but I'm afraid to cut them because I want to go get my hair done. All right, anyway, so my good news is that I weighed in yesterday, which was my weigh-in day, and I broke another record. I came in at 138.2. So I was really happy about that. And I wasn't really trying that hard because this program is the kind of program where you just start changing the way you eat. I'm not really following the bariatric diet. I am following the CHIP diet, which means I am going plant-based mainly. That's not to say that haven't had, let's see, did I have some meat this week? I know I had cheese this week, but did I have any meat this week? I can't remember. Yes, I did. I had chicken. I went to McDonald's with my daughter and I got the salad and I got the chicken, the grilled chicken. And I ate that chicken. So I did have meat this week. But that is going to be a rare occasion for me. Because I have come to believe that what I was raised on and what I grew up on and what I knew all those years was the right thing. I was just too lazy to do it. I made the most delicious lentil soup last week. It was so good. Just lentils and carrots and potatoes and some canned tomatoes and some tomato sauce. Anyway, I got this recipe out of a book that I picked up at CHIP, and it was unbelievable. My husband and I ate it for the whole week, and it was really, really good. And so anyway, so it's working for me. And I want it to work for me because this is how I want to be for the rest of my life. This is not a diet. This is not something that's temporary. This is something this is the way I want to eat for the rest of my life. And there are several reasons for that. And one of them is the fact that I did lose weight after being stalled for so long. I've lost at least 2 pounds. And, well, probably more because I had jumped up to 144 before I started this CHIP diet, or CHIP plan. I shouldn't call it a diet. And so I had jumped up to 144. So technically I'm down to 138. That's 6 pounds in a month. And that's a good thing. The second reason is my hips don't hurt that much anymore. I used to have extreme pain in my hips. And I can't help but think that my body gets inflamed when I eat things that are not good for my body. So the pain that I've experienced in my hips, I can attribute to probably the sugar I was eating and the meat I was eating. Because I haven't completely quit sugar. I've had a few occasions with sugar. Like this morning I put sugar in my hazelnut chocolate tea from Stash Teas. And it hasn't bothered me so far today. But I didn't drink the whole cup either. Because I don't know, I'm still having trouble with hot foods. And so, anyway, I can attribute it to this plan, definitely. Because I was in pain a lot of the time with my hips since surgery, or since I lost the weight, I should say. So that's another thing. Another thing that I've noticed, then the other thing that I noticed is the no cramping. I literally have not had a episode of cramping and having to go to the bathroom since I started this. And that is nice, because I was almost to the point where I wouldn't go anywhere or do anything until after I'd eaten and had waited long enough to make sure that there was no cramping. So I can attribute it to that also. And so I guess I would say that for me, this is working really, really well. And really, it should have been working all my life, because I knew about this stuff and I didn't follow it. And as a result, I got into the position that I am in now, or was in 2 years ago, or 73 weeks ago, where I was 225 pounds and couldn't move and had plantar fasciitis for 5 years. And that was because I didn't eat properly. I wasn't eating enough fruits, I wasn't eating enough vegetables, and I wasn't eating enough whole grains, and I definitely wasn't eating any nuts. And so maybe God does know what he's talking about. No, I'm pretty sure he knows what he's talking about. So it tells us that he gave us all the fruits and the vegetables and all of the nuts and the grains so that we could eat. And so I have discovered that that's probably what I should be eating. So anyway, that is my story. If you do not know anything about the CHIP program, it means Complete Health Improvement Program. It started out as Coronary Health Improvement Program, but they discovered that there was more benefits to it just than your heart health. The stories of this CHIP program and how it's turned people's lives around is amazing. It's just amazing. When we do with our bodies what we're supposed to do with our bodies and eat the foods that give us the energy and give us the nutrients that we're supposed to have, it works. Now, I've still been taking my vitamins. I'm very religious about my vitamins. I take them every day, so that's a good thing. I actually upped my D3, I think it was, to 3,000. I was taking 2,000 a day. I upped it to 3,000 because I felt like I needed it. I was sleeping a lot, and I haven't been out because this weather this fall has just been a bust. We have had the worst fall so far. It has been nothing but rain and cold. We've had threats of frost, and I guess some places did have frost. We've had threats of snow. There's supposed to be snow up north of us this week. So it is really cold. I'm very disappointed because fall is the one time of year that I love to get out in the woods and walk and take pictures, and it's just been terrible. It's been so cold. So that's how my week went. Now, I'm really, really happy that I got down to 138.2. That to me is a major accomplishment because I didn't think I'd ever get into the 30s and stay there for a while. I went into 139.6 at one time. I think it was 2 weeks ago. And then last week I went up to 140 again. And so I was happy to see that I'd gone down. And the thing is, I really haven't been trying that much. I've just stayed away from meat, dairy, cheese, eggs, and sugar. I've been staying away from that. So it's fruits and vegetables, nuts and whole grains. So lentils and quinoa and wheat berry and wild rice, brown rice. What else have I eaten? Quinoa. Yeah, that's literally, and lots of beans. I just love the beans. Black beans, kidney beans, navy beans, all of the beans. So I'll have to tell you that this is working. And so if there are people out there that have other problems besides just the weight loss, I highly recommend this program. And as of last week, I remember telling you that what happened to my mom, who was in her late 60s when she took this program, maybe even early 70s, and she'd been on high blood pressure medication since she was 23, and she went off both of them in 5 weeks. So there's something to this. So if you need to investigate it more, please look up Complete Health Improvement Program. Also look up Hans Diehl, D-I-E-H-L, and check out the program because it's worth it. And if you have one in your local area, you really, really should connect with them. Every night at every one of our meetings, we have a meal that introduces us to some kind of new food. One lady brought something last week. She brought an egg salad thing made out of tofu, which it was unbelievable. You could not tell the difference. I'm sorry, you just can't tell the difference. If you can tell the difference, then you're too picky. And the other one was mock tuna, and I didn't think I'd like the mock tuna, but I really liked it. I went back for a second helping, and you could put it on bread, or I had one piece on this little bread, and then the second serving that I had, I just took a scoop of it and put it on my plate. One lady brought this. Oh my goodness, this was so awesome. It was like stuffing, but it was awesome. It had like walnuts or pecans in it, and bread, and cranberries. It was amazing. I was just totally impressed. I was like, this can't be healthy for you, but oh, it was delicious. And then another lady made one with beans and avocado and onions, and then she tossed it with some kind of a lemon juice and olive oil, I think it was. Oh, it was so good. Anyway, I highly recommend it. You can go and check out the recipes that I've been eating on a website called itascachip.org, I think it is. Let me check really quick. I think it might be .org. Itasca Chip.org. Try org first. And see if it's in there. Because you could get the recipes that I'm eating right on this site. It's actually itascachip.tripod.com. So if you go to that website, you will get all of the recipes. You just go up to the top of the page, it says home resources, recipes, menu planning, and you can get all of the recipes that we've been eating at our meetings. And it is awesome. It is really awesome. The food, you guys, this whole idea that we have to eat meat to be healthy and to have enough protein and to be happy and healthy is ridiculous. God did not intend for us to eat meat. We only started eating meat after the flood when there wasn't enough vegetables and fruits for them to eat because they hadn't regrown. So he suggested the meat. But he also suggested clean meats, which are still in effect. He didn't change the pig after the flood so we could eat it. It's still an unclean animal. That's why there were 7 of the clean and 2 of the unclean animals put on the ark. Anyway, that's beside the point. So anyway, this stuff is awesome. And we really, it takes 7 days to change our tongue taste buds. So in 1 week, you could change your taste buds. So things that you don't think you're going to like, you could like in a week. But you just have to give it a try and keep trying because your taste buds need to change and adapt to it. That's why the first couple days or the first 5 days of the CHIP program is a kind of a cleanse where you eat, the first 2 days you eat nothing but fruits and whole grains. The second or the next 3 days you can add vegetables and nuts. And so if you did that for a week, you could definitely tell the difference. After that week, literally my pains were gone. Literally 5 days. And my pains were gone. My hips didn't hurt anymore. I had no more cramps anymore. It was amazing to me. So anyway, I've gone on and on enough about this, but you really should check it out. And if there's one in your local area, I would highly recommend you go check it out. Because you are not deprived of food when you're doing this. Now, they're not saying you have to go completely vegan. That is not what they're saying. They've never said that. What they want you to do is start to go that direction. So if you eat meats 5 days a week, just cut it down to 2. or even once every 2 weeks or once a month. It's not saying you can't have what you like. It's just saying to limit it and make it a special meal. Like I had ice cream the other day. I have these little cones. I don't know if you've seen them. They're little tiny cones and they're about this big. And I put like 2 teaspoons, or not even 2 teaspoons, maybe a teaspoon and a half of ice cream in it. And I get my craving for ice cream if I need it gone. It's done. And so they're not saying you can't do that stuff. It's just you're healthier if you don't. And you feel better when you don't. So, and my sleep patterns have been so good. I mean, I've been staying up late, which is my own fault. But I sleep so much better at night anymore. And I don't have to get up and go to the bathroom so much either. So check it out and see if it's something that you'd be interested in. And check out and see if there's a local CHIP program near you. I think you can go on CHIP and find that out if you just type it in. And then just go and visit. You know, just go find out about it. Ask questions. Because this is an amazing, amazing program. And even though I knew about this stuff my whole life, I never knew how to apply it. Now, we're supposed to be going and doing a grocery shopping thing. And so they're going to take us through the grocery store and teach us how to buy groceries and what to look for on the groceries. So anyway, so check it out. All right. And I will see you guys all in a couple weeks or a week, whichever, depending on how my weight loss goes. If I lose, I'll probably be on here. If I don't lose, I'll probably wait a couple weeks. But take care, and everybody have a great day and a great week. And Finding Elizabeth, I'm glad that you're posting again. And Lindsay Flygirl, I love your videos, so keep them up. I love hearing about your success and your plans to go on and lose weight, and I'm glad you're losing weight. Great for you. That's wonderful. So just keep up the videos, because it really encourages those of us who are still not quite that far out. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.